Welcome to the world united.
Welcome to the World United
with Maria NEMETH. So Maria NEMETH, and I apologize that it is there's not an A on your name. It's a Mari is a beautiful name, but it is not yours. So Maria NEMETH
No, it isn't.
is the founder of Academy of Coaching Excellence. And today she will be talking to us about how to prepare youth with a personal code of ethics. And I'm going to turn the time over to Maria to share a bit more about herself and share her bio with us, and then dive right into her talk. So welcome, Maria NEMETH. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Oh, thank you, Sean. Sean, how much time exactly do I have? I want to make sure that I'm speaking to exactly
Yeah,
what we need.
so each of us will be speaking in TEDx style. We'll be at 15 minutes each. Okay.
You got it. Okay. I love
Perfect.
it. Unfortunately, I've done a TEDx talk in the past, so I have a sense of how this goes. I want to introduce you all to me. My name is Maria NEMETH. I am a psychologist and a master certified coach. I am the director and founder of the Academy for Coaching Excellence, and I'm an author. Authored a couple of books. One, The Energy of Money, is considered to be a classic in how to empower yourself spiritually with the energy of money. And then my next book after that is Mastering Life's Energies: Simple Steps to a Luminous Life at Work and Play. I have been working with people, both as a psychologist and now as a coach, for about 50 years. I like to joke with people and say I was a child prodigy, but the truth is that I've been working with people for about 51 years, and it's really brought me face to face with people who, of all walks and all disciplines, who all they want to do is make a difference in life, and they want to be able to share who they are. And that's no different with youth. I remember I heard a woman one day in a supermarket. She was talking to her 9-year-old little daughter, and her daughter was complaining about something. I think the daughter was hungry and wanted a piece of candy. But her mom said to her, "Well, honey, what would Wonder Woman do right now?" And all of a sudden, the girl's eyes just lit up, and she said, she would demand a piece of candy. So that actually, I think, went a little against what the mom had intended, but the mother was pointing to a very important principle, which is that we all carry within us, and children do as well, these qualities, these, I call them standards of integrity, which, if we could only learn how to access them, we can use them for living a life with clarity, focus, ease, and grace. One of the definitions that we use at the Academy for Coaching Excellence of success is doing what you said you would do consistently with clarity, focus, ease, and grace. Where clarity is about being clear about what's important to you, focus is about learning how to focus your brain in the direction of what's important. Ease is about learning to take small, sweet steps toward a goal or dream. And grace is all about being able to access the experience of blessings that are around us always. And as most of us know, the gateway to grace is gratitude. But to get back to this story about this little girl, one of the things I've discovered over the years in working with youth is that youth do have values that they can call upon if and only if we are willing to direct them to discover what they are. So one of the ways in which I've done this, and please, if this is useful for you, take it and use it with whoever you want. I have people, and I've had young people do this too, make a list of people who have qualities or traits that you admire. They could be anybody. They could be people that you know from school, I say to kids. They could be counselors. They could be a parent. They could be an uncle. They could be a best friend. But make a list and try to make a list of at least 5 of these people. Then, for each person, discover the exact quality that you admire about them. Are they courageous? Are they compassionate? Are they inspiring? Are they successful? What qualities do they possess? Are they trustworthy? Are they loyal? When you work with people and have them sit and think about these qualities, it's very often the case that they can come up with at least 10 or 12 qualities. But here's the trick, and this is the thing that I really love. One of the things I tell people, adults as well as children, I ask them first, do you like that list? And almost everyone says, yes, I love that list. With every piece of my heart, I love that list. And I'll say to them, well, the reason you love that list is because you are describing you. This is who you are. Now, almost everyone, when I say that, they pull back. They say, no, 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 this is who I want to be. But I say to them, look and see, did I ask you who to put on your list? No, I did. I did it. Great. Did I ask you what qualities to put that you admire? No. Well, where did it come from? Here. And almost all of them point to their heart as they're saying this. I say, yes, that's because you have a receptor site for that quality. If I appreciate someone who's compassionate, it must mean that I know what compassion is. And if I know what it is, that means I have it in my heart. I have a receptor site for compassion. I often ask people, would it be okay for you to discover that all these qualities are a reflection of you? Now, when people finally recognize that, it's almost like a light turns on. Because you see, one of the things that we always want to know and brings us incredible a sense of security and being able to count on ourselves, be able to recognize that we can count on ourselves, is that we can point to something inside of us that's valuable. And if we can discover, if we're allowing ourselves to discover that those standards really are who I am, then we have a key to empowerment. For example, instead of the woman asking the young girl, what would Wonder Woman do? Because that's pointing to someone outside of you, you see. And that isn't as empowering as being able to point inside. The mother could have asked, well, honey, what are the qualities that you have inside of you? Now, to tell you the truth, kids have an easier time of seeing this than adults. I don't know why. As a psychologist, I can make up all kinds of reasons why. But kids more readily say, well, um, courageous, loyal, trustworthy. Um, well, what would someone who is courageous, loyal, and trustworthy do? Um, well, I talked to my mom about wanting a candy bar. You see, that's a whole different way of beginning a conversation rather than Wonder Woman would say, I demand a candy bar right here. But to get back to using your standards of integrity, if you can see that this is who you are, it gives you a sense of empowerment because at any moment when you want to know the next thing to do, all you need to do is look at your standards of integrity and say to yourself, what would someone who is compassionate, loyal, spiritual, and empowering do next in this situation? In other words, you name those specific qualities that you possess, and then you say, what would someone with these specific qualities do next in this situation? When you do that, one of the things that I say that you will discover is how to access your voice of wisdom. Because it could be said that your voice of wisdom lives in the house of your standards of integrity. And that if you ask, what would someone with these qualities, and I'm just naming a few that I possess, someone who's compassionate, inspiring, loyal, and trustworthy, what would someone with these traits do next in this situation? Almost whatever situation you come across, you'll hear your voice of wisdom answering, do this or don't do that. And the only trick is learn to listen and follow what your voice of wisdom says. In closing, what I want to say about this is that using one's standards of integrity, whether it be for youth or us adults, we then develop something called internal locus of control. A number of years ago, in the 1950s and 60s, psychologists came up with internal versus external locus of control. People with internal locus of control know that they are the authors of their experience in life. They are the people who are most successful, most creative, most productive. On the other hand, people with external locus of control, their experience is that they are the victim of circumstance and situations in life. And so in closing, I would say that if you practice using your standards of integrity and practice allowing youth to discover what theirs are, you will go a long way to developing internal locus of control, which, by the way, is teachable and learnable at any age. So I hope this is useful for you. Thank you very much.